Yo. Y'all still tuned in there? Yes, sir. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man, and you are tuned into the one, the only Dirt Game TV. And yeah, I'm going to be honest. I didn't realize it was this many GD Crip connections still connected in a lot of places outside of New York. But New York is the trendsetters for a lot of places. And I know what y'all going to say in the comments. Oh, a lot of gangs from New York came from a lot of different places. That's why I ended up in New York. Because New York, we're trendsetters out here in New York. Now, Crips and GDs, Woos and Choos, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the difference. We're going to talk about the alliance. And we're going to talk about the beefs. We're going to get into the differences, man. And I still see y'all in there, man. Y'all know the slogan. You can't get this money if you in there sleep on the couch. It's impossible, man. You ain't making no money in there sleep. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Dirt Game TV. We always rolling. Yikes. The side block, nigga. No. It's Curry Low, nigga.
You are now tuned into Bossman Tough Beat.
I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, cuz, put it in check. I'm up next. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man, and you are tuned into the one, the only, Dirt Game TV. So, yes, sir, man. First and foremost, before we get started, man, y'all go out there, y'all go check Frankie Smack's channel out, man, because, yeah, man, Frankie Smacks and Harlem Smiley, man, we do make up the oath, man. OHF, man. If y'all wondering what that stands for, man, that means only on the family. That's a fact, man. Whether it's your actual immediate family, whether it's your blood relative family, or your gang, man. Yeah. So y'all go check out. We got a lot of stuff coming, man. Side Block Records, man. We definitely working, man. So, a lot of people ask me, hold on. Something wrong. Yeah, we smoking on Khalifa Kush today. We smoking on Khalifa Kush. So y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all grab whatever y'all smoking. Y'all backwoods. Y'all Swisher Sweets. Y'all Dutch Masters. Y'all Fonto. Y'all Papers. Whatever y'all grabbing, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's time to sync up, man. Lighters up. So, a lot of people through the United States. I got people outside the United States, people inside the states, mainly in like the southern states. Hit me up, yo. Harlem Smiley, what the hell going on in New York? GDs and Crips don't rock with each other no more? What's all this I'm hearing about going on out there? Is this something we should worry about? Is this something that's going to trend? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I could be 1,000% wrong on this too. I'm just going by for what I know. Ever since I turned Crip, 1996. Ever since I turned Crip at the end of 1996, I've known Crip and GDs to have alliances. I done went to other states before, and there really was no Crip and GD alliance. Then come the 2000s, a lot of places had Crip and GD alliances. Is it everywhere? No. It exists in 14 different places right now. 14 different places. Some of them still have the 8-ball. Some of them just rock with each other. As far as like, they still do the universal handshake and stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it started in New York. But A, it's a chance it did. As far as the alliance goes. Between the GDs and the Crips. B, if it did start somewhere else, it made it to New York, and then a lot of other states trended off of it because of New York. Mainly the southern states that's on the East Coast. I'm getting inboxes on Instagram. People who I know personally on Facebook and all that. People leaving comments under the bottom of here. We live in this state. We live in this town, especially in Texas. A lot of places in Texas still has that connection. It didn't surprise me at all because a lot of times, like the GDs that live in Texas come to California back and forth a lot. So it's not really an alliance. but they rock with each other. They cool with each other. Hence the reason why San Diego jail felony was trying to get that shit jumping as far as with the GDs or whatever like that. But it didn't work out. They knew it was going to work out. California gangs is very specific about alliances and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to get people in your same gang to align with each other, let alone a whole nother gang. Anyway, in New York, back in the day, it was a whole different story. Whole new story. So, let's get into it. This next couple of minutes is going to be for everybody outside of New York. Everybody outside of New York, because y'all New Yorkers probably going to know this already. This is for everybody outside of New York. Specifically, really outside of Brooklyn. Not all GDs and Crips have problems with each other. We talking about inside New York. Let me repeat that. Not all Crips and GDs have problem with each other in New York. Does the 8-ball still exist? No, it does not. No, it does not. And we talking about in New York. There is no 8-ball alliance happening in New York. But is it a lot of Crips and GDs that get along with each other? Yes. The older ones, to be specific. There is a lot of GDs that live in Brooklyn. There's a lot of Crips that live in Brooklyn. There's a lot of Bloods that live in Brooklyn, but we're not talking about that side right now. We're talking about specifically Crips, GDs, Woos, and Choos. So the GDs in New York, mostly the older ones, for the most part, have no problem with the Crips. It could be it's a block. It could be a block. It could be the older GDs across the street. Not even all the older GDs. It could be Crips right across the street. It's all good. No problem. Seen it single-handedly, no problem. No problem. So to answer that question, because I get that question a lot, is all Crips and all GDs beefing with each other in New York? The answer is no. Are all GDs Choos? The answer is no. Every GD in New York does not rep Choo. Let me say that again. Every 7-4 GD, every 6 trade GD, they all of them are not Choos. And we're going to bring this up for a very specific reason. So if you see a GD in New York, remember this is for everybody outside of New York. If you see a GD in New York, that don't automatically mean he's Choo. I want that to be very specific. And as stupid as this may sound, right? Every G-Stone Crip, every 8 Deuce Trey Crip is not Woo. A lot of y'all know that already inside of New York. G-Stone, GDs was in New York way before this Woo and this Choo thing even started. Way before then. Now you got a bunch of older ones that's from G-Stone, 8 Deuce Trey, that got a lot of the little homies that who younger, they run around, they jack that. Some older homies is alright with it. Some older homies really, some people don't care. Some people not really jacking this shit. Some people just like, y'all need to just go do what y'all gonna do. But the reason why I'm bringing up these, because let's be for real, Choo is not only just GDs. Woo is just not only Crip. You got blood sprinkle. You got Crip sprinkle on the other side. You got sprinkles. Now, as far as the Woo go, you do see a lot more G-Stones, a lot more 8 Deuce Treys, repping Woo. You see that a lot. That don't mean every one of them are Woo. Another frequently asked question. Let's let the smoke clear. Let's let the smoke clear. Do I have a problem with Woo? Absolutely not. I know a lot of Woos. I know more Woos than any, I didn't even know a lot of these people was running with the Woo. Family members. Close friends, youngins who used to run around there. Yo, Smiley, you got $1 so I can run in the store real quick? Yeah. Nah. I got no problem with anybody who jacks Woo. That's what you want to jack. That's what you want to jack. Y'all grown men. Y'all grown women. Yeah, girls too. I know girls too. Listen, y'all grown. Y'all out there in them streets, y'all can do exactly what y'all want to do. It is what it is. I got no problem with the whole Woo movement. Got no problem if you Crip and you jacking Woo. I got family members that's blood, they jacking Woo. Jack what you want to jack. You grown. Once upon a time, I was running around with the G-Stones at 13 years old. Once I went to Manhattan, I decided I want to run around with the Harlems, with the 30s. Decision I made when I was younger. I stuck with it. As many times I always got an invite to join a different set, I never took it. That's who I want to run with. That's who I decided to run with for the rest of my life. It is what it is. Frequently asked question I always get. Do I got a problem with the Choos? The answer is no. I don't got no problem with no Choos. Reason being I don't got a problem with no Choos. A lot of them, A, I don't know personally. B, I'm not one of them Crips that have a problem with GD. Do I jack the 8-ball? Oh, I'm sorry. I almost skipped past that. I got love for GDs. If it's a GD and he Cho, it is what it is. You a grown man. You jack what you want to jack. You want to run around with the Cho, you run around with the Cho. You a grown man. I ain't got no problem with that. You jack what you want to jack. I ain't got a problem with Cho because A, I don't have no family members or people who I know that's close to me that's Jack and Cho. I know GDs in Queens. I know GDs in Texas. I know GDs in Chicago. I know GDs in Brooklyn. A couple of them I know. Do I got a problem with them? Nah, not at all. A lot of them I used to run with when I was younger out here fighting these battles. Trying to even have it to where Crips can run around freely. To where GDs can run around freely. That wasn't always like that back in the day. So all the older ones who made it good for y'all to even be able to run around repping Woo and repping Cho, this is why I can't have a problem with them, because I was there when the numbers was 6-1. Talking about when you add Crips and add GDs together, you was still outnumbered 6-1. Easily. I was there when that was happening. So for that reason, just for out of respect, of course I can't have no problems with none of them. See what I'm saying? It is what it is. Another frequently asked question. Do I jack the 8-ball in the 6-point stall? Another frequently asked question. People already know how I feel about G-Stones. I got a lot of family member that's G-Stone. I have a direct connection with G-Stones and with 8 Deuce Trey Crips. Family members. Literally, I consider them family. I done ran into G-Stones in California before. Not living, visiting. It is what it is. That's my peoples. That's my family. There's no other set besides my own set who I have a direct connection to. It's 3 sets that I always feel like I'll have a direct connection to as far as friends and family members. My own set, the Harlem 30s, the G-Stone 8 Deuce Trays, and then the West Coasters out here. I don't even know a lot of Rolling 20s from the West Coasters out here, but I know a lot of the Rolling 30s from the West Coasters out here. That's why my song Rolling, that's why I shouted out the Rolling 30s, but then I shouted out the whole West Coast set. Even out here, I know a lot of West Coasters. Family members. GDs. I don't know a lot of them. I know a lot of them from back in the day, but as far as family members, I don't. I don't jack the 8-ball. I don't jack the 6-point star. But at the end of the day, I still show them respect. Because once again, I was there when the number was scarce. They was there when the number was scarce. I can't be in a battlefield with these people and then automatically say I got a problem with them. It's people from my set who may have problems with GDs. That may be personal issues though. See what I'm saying? That may be personal issues. But as far as me, no. Me, people I know, my set, other sets, in New York we talking about, do not jack the 6-point star or the 8-ball anymore. Does the 6-point star with Crips and does the 8-ball still exist in other states? Yes. It's still other states out there that's jacking the 8-ball. There's still Crips out there that's repping the 6-point star. I'm not putting their names up here, but a lot of rappers you see, right? A lot of rappers you see. And they states, they southern states, they live in southern states, and they southern Crips. A lot of them outside of the Grape Street rappers jack the 8-ball. So if they a Grape Street Crip and they from down south, 9 times out of 10, they not jacking the 8-ball or the 6-point star. But a lot of these other ones you see, these little underground rappers, and I'm not throwing their names out here. In a lot of these states, Texas, yeah, they still do the universal handshake. And the crazy part about it is their universal handshake is exactly how the universal handshake was in New York. This is why I say a lot of people who I still see that still use the 8-ball and still do the handshake, their handshake is very similar to the one we used to do in the 90s in New York. Yeah. It exists in a lot of other states. A question that's frequently asked. Here's why the Wu versus Cho thing is getting dangerous. A lot of people outside of New York don't understand Wu versus Cho is not GD versus Crip. All they see is a lot of Crip rappers that's in Wu that who rep Wu at the same time. Once again, let's get this clear. I don't have no problem. If y'all Crip, y'all jacking Wu, y'all grown men, it is what it is. Y'all GD, y'all jacking Cho, y'all grown men, it is what it is. We just clearing, I'm just getting so sick and tired of people be like, New York on goofy shit. What is this shit? I don't understand this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, we just clearing shit up for people that live outside of New York. Because if you live in New York, it's not that, it's really not that big of a deal as far as the Wu thing, and then the Cho thing goes separately. It's not that big of a deal. The big deal is the beef between the two. But a lot of these people outside of New York are seeing Crips that's just in these videos. They not knowing that y'all Wu. They just see y'all throwing up C's and all that, and then y'all dropping the folk. They seeing that a lot. So instead of them thinking it's just Wu versus Cho, they think it's Crip versus GD. Now we talking to the people inside of New York. I hope we we on the same page right now. That's why it's good. You got people like BMG upper class that's doing that's doing a lot of lives. His lives be lit. See what I'm saying? That his blogs and all that. I mean his reactions. You got Crooklyn reactions. You got it's a couple out there. Myself. This is the reason why we do this stuff, so people outside of New York can really understand what's going on. But when these people watching these videos, that's all they seeing. They hearing the lyrics. They not thinking y'all just woo. They thinking y'all just Crip. Because let's be for real, like, there are blood woo rappers out there, but the bigger ones, the ones who's making the name, are predominantly Crip. So they see y'all throwing the folk down and they automatically assuming that it's Crip versus GD instead of Woo versus Cho. If we on the same page. Now on the Cho side of things, when y'all Cho and y'all disrespecting y'all ops, what y'all call them, y'all don't throw the C down. Y'all drop what y'all call the rakes. Y'all throw the woo down on the other side. I respect that. Not the fact that y'all dropping the rakes or nothing of shit like that, because you know the fucking trolls in the comments. Let's get that clear right now. We're not talking about that. I respect that instead of y'all just disrespecting the specific Crips and the specific Bloods in that, because y'all could have just been throwing down C's. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been doing whatever, dropping hats and all that. See what I'm saying? Y'all could have been doing that. But y'all not doing that. Y'all specifically just, you know. But the only problem is Cho consists mainly of GD with a couple of sprinkles of other things in it. Just sprinkles. But Cho consists of mainly GDs. So now when they see that, they remember these people. They not thinking it's Woo versus Cho. They think it's Crip versus GDs. So now when they see y'all doing stuff like this, they like, oh, what are they throwing down? They thinking this is a specific Crip set that y'all disrespecting. Let's be for real. It's kind of hard to throw down a C. If you throw down a C, it's just going to make a C just turn the other way. You really can't throw down a C. People ask me that all the time. Why they just don't throw down a C? You can't throw down a C. You can't throw down a C. You try right now. If you put a C up, you flip it around, just turns into a different kind of C. There's no way for you to throw a C down. You're going to be out there looking handicapped in these streets. But when people see that, only thing they thinking is now, here's the GDs going back at the Crips. It's my advice. And let's just be for real, man. I'm nobody. I'm nobody when it comes down to making any shot calls in the Woo. And none of them don't have to listen to me, nothing. Let's be for real. In the Woo world, I am absolutely nobody. My advice, though, just my advice, from my opinion, if they got a specific way they throw Cho up, which they do, my opinion, y'all should just start throwing Cho down. Do I condone them throwing Cho down and all that? This is the same thing like on the Cho side. I don't condone them throwing down Woo. It is what it is. It's not what we talking about right now. We talking about the Crips and the GDs. I feel like if you Woo, just to get it, just for the people, for the idiots out there who just not gonna understand it, that it's not all Woo disrespecting all. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the whole GDK thing now and all that. Like, I don't want to jump too far ahead of myself. My opinion, instead of y'all throwing down, just throwing folk down, I think, my opinion, y'all should just start throwing Cho down if you Woo. Just for the people outside of the states who don't understand. I also think y'all should stop using the terminology GDK. Now, let's be for real. If you a Crip, right, and you have specific ties with GDs, because let's be for real, blood has been shed over this shit. It's certain Crips you can't tell that shit to. They don't want to hear none of that shit. I understand. This is not for y'all. I understand. Blood has been shed. You can never get along with them niggas again. You not one of them Crips. If you only Crip and you only been Crip for like 10 years, 15 years, I could understand why you, not even 15 years. Nah. If you Crip and you been Crip between now and let's just say 12 years, I could understand why you could say, oh, I'm not rocking with the GDs. I would never rock with the GDs. But if you a 15 plus year Crip and you don't have specific quarrels with them, as far as like they never shot you, you never shot them, they never shot one of your peoples, you never shot one of their peoples. If y'all don't have no specific beef like that, and you running with the woo, my suggestion, my opinion would just be, stop saying the GDK thing. Y'all can say choke. It almost sound like y'all saying okay, but y'all can say that. Cause they not saying specifically this Crip K or specifically this Blood K. They just saying Woo K. That sounds a little weird too. That sounds Woo K? Woo K? That sounds like I'm at a what's name right now, son. If I was at a college game right now, somebody said, let me get a Woo K. I mean that bitch, Woo K. Other side be like, let me get a Joe K. I might say, okay. Sorry, the buzz started kicking, man. The Wiz Khalifa Kush is starting to kick in. I was trying to do this one no jokes, but yeah, I know we got to keep it cordial around here, man. We got it. You know what I'm saying, a couple of jokes, man. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. I might fuck with y'all. Shout out to all my Cho niggas. I ain't call y'all Choos. Yeah. See, this why I say the older niggas we had, because, you know what I'm saying, shout out to everybody on Bristol, man. We was on Bristol. We was chilling, man. Everybody already know how it goes on Bristol, man. You know, talking to a couple of the Chos over there, man. See what I'm saying? They said, nigga, we was cutting your ass in them comments when you kept calling us Choos. I said, nigga, I know. We had a big little laugh about that. I got little cousins and shit. They on the woo side of things. They like, nah. Listen, a lot of people wonder why I ain't call y'all down for these video shoots. Because let's be for real. It was all love out there. But the area we was in, it's a love area. But I can't have my woo family come over to what's predominantly like a lot of GDs and Chos on that block for what? No video shoot getting done. But at that night, it was all love. It was fireworks. It was dice rolling. It was asses shaking. And there was video and money being made out there. Police on the corner scared. What more can you ask for? Overall, great night. No bullshit. That's how it used to be back in the day. That was replicas of how it used to be back in the day. Especially in Queens. Running around in Queens. Late 90s, early 2000s. It used to be a lot of GD Crip parties. Little meetups. That shit used to happen all the time. That looked like an old replica. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. I tell you one thing. A lot of people ain't gonna like this. A lot of people ain't gonna like this next comment. If the G-Stones, the 8 Deuce Trays, get straight cash, and the 7-4 GDs, for the most part, just those, there's more sets inside of the Chos and inside of the Woos. But if those two specific sets decide that they not join no alliance and no shit like that, if those two sets decide that they wanted to stop beefing with each other, this whole Woo versus Cho shit would disintegrate. it'll disintegrate. You will still have existing Wu. You will still have Choo. But it'll be more like a Brooklyn movement rather than it would be two hybrid gangs versus each other. You don't need everybody. Everybody's not going to jump on board. Everybody's not going to be with it. As a collective group, you will never get that happen. That when peace treaties happen between different sets, especially specifically California, whether it's two Crip sets, whether it's a Blood set, a Crip set, it happens because they're so close to each other. And it's a lot of killings that happen. It's never 100% of people in the set gonna be with it. Gonna be with, oh nah, fuck them niggas. I had family members that done died. They done shot me before. A lot of people not gonna be with it. But if you get the majority with it, everybody else gotta follow suit. On the Wu side of things. I'm literally we're literally coming up with an educated guess right now. Mathematic projections is all about educated guesses. I'm gonna go on an educated guess and say about 70 to 80% of people who jack and Wu are probably from G-Stone, 8 Deuce Trey. This is no specific numbers, ain't no fucking, this is just me. Just from what I know, on the Cho side of things, I would probably say 90% of Chos are GDs. And it's different GD sets. But, and once again, these not no specific numbers. This is just me just educating, guessing off the top of my head. So, the other 10% on the Cho side and the other 25 to 20% on the Wu side, they gonna have to follow suit. Just think about it. They gonna have to follow suit. Once that happen, Cho can rep Cho, Wu can rep Wu, and y'all ain't gotta have no beef between y'all. Y'all do similar music. Both of y'all on both sides have notable names that's making noise right now. Now we're going to get to the positive part the way people don't want to hear. Let's get to the positive aspect that people not want to hear. But you know what I'm saying? People always want to hear, they get on here, they want me to talk my shit, act like it's some kind of big beef between. Nah, it's not. Let's get to the positive part about it now. Both of y'all got good fucking music. On the Wu side, great music coming out on the Wu side. Notables. Y'all got like 15 to 20 notable rappers right now. And when I say notable, I'm not talking about somebody who's making 1-2 songs. That song do 100,000, but then they put out another song 6 months later and that song might do like 10,000. We're not talking about that. We talking, because there might be like 50 Wu rappers out there right now. I'm not even gonna lie. It might be 50. It might be 50. But out of those 50, we talking about 20 that's notable. On the Cho side of town, Cho, y'all don't have as many rappers as the Wu got. But y'all got a lot of rappers out there too. Y'all got like 25, 30 rappers out there. It's like 10 of y'all right now that's notable. Maybe even like 12 that's like notable. That's actually doing it. Now, it kind of moved down. A couple of people kind of stopped making, I ain't gonna say fall off. I hate that terminology. A couple of people stopped making music, but y'all got notables out there right now. A lot of y'all making similar music. Y'all not realizing how good y'all will sound on tracks together. Harlem Smiley, I know you ain't just say that. Nah, we'll never make a track with the Hops. I'm not saying y'all making tracks together. I'm not saying it's ever going to happen in the future. But once upon a time in LA, they never in a million years thought rap was going to come to LA to begin with. Then once rap came to LA, they put their different twist on it. Then you had Crip rappers, you had Blood rappers. Never in a million years you thought a Crip rapper would get on a song with a Blood rapper. That happened. Then it happened again. Once that happened, never in a million years you gonna get a Crip and a Blood to be in a group together. That happened. Then it happened again. We talking about LA, where I'm not even gonna lie, especially back in the 90s, they was taking Crip and Blood super serious then. It wasn't normal at all to even be talking to these people. Now y'all in groups together? That happened. Never in a million years you would thought it would never be a Blood owner of a record label or a Crip owner of a record label that would be signing Bloods or Crips. You talking about you being an artist and your boss is from the opposite gang. Never in a million years they thought in LA that would have happened. That happened. And then it happened again. I say this to say, listen, I say that to say this. It's a lot of stuff that people never thought that would ever happen. Due time, doesn't happen. This is not no long lasting beef that's been going on for decades and all that. It's not. LA, it happened. Now it's not normal. I mean, it's not weird or it's not funny or anything if you do got Bloods and Crips on the same song now. It took time. It took for them in the 90s to take mad backlash and all that. For them to pave the way for people like YG to make songs with Crips. Lil Wayne to make songs with Crips. Rest in peace Nipsey Hussle to make songs with Bloods. Snoop Dogg to make songs with Bloods. That took time. It took time like that in the 90s. For groups like NWA. See what I'm saying? You think Mac 10 didn't take super backlash when he was in the group with Dub C? Dub C whole aura is Crip. You think Mac 10 didn't take backlash for that? You think Dub C didn't take backlash for being in a group with Mac 10? Come on. We talking about notable Inglewood Blood. Dub C is a notable Crip. I'm talking about like, yeah. Don't never say the possible can't happen. It's a lot of y'all out there making noise. A lot of y'all sound good on tracks together. Fabio Foreign got that voice to where he would sound good on a lot of tracks with a lot of people from the other side. Young Costamato has a voice, has a flow that he would sound good with a lot of people on the other side from. Coach the Ghost has a good flow, has a good flow, has a good sound to where he would sound good with a lot of other people from the other side. 22G's just to name a couple. Not saying these people gonna ever do tracks together, but I'm talking about like couple of notables, couple of, distinctive people out there that actually would sound good making tracks with people from who they call ops. At the end of the day, we all Brooklyn. Let's be for real. Brooklyn, we trendsetters. People gonna follow. If they see this beef disintegrate, trust me, it's a lot more money to be made out there. A lot of y'all got money. Don't get me wrong. We talking about taking it to that extra bracket. That next tax bracket. We talking about we don't need to stand outside on the corner and roll dice no more. If we do choose to, it's just to have fun. Oh, I lost 20 grand? All right. I had fun with it. Not, oh, I'm about to go rob this whole dice game. Yeah. It's not easy to rob a whole dice game. Could be done. I don't want to bring up past, but yeah. Yeah. Could be done. It's hard, but not impossible. So I do see Listen, the beef, Crips versus GD, there is no specific Crip versus GD beef. There is Woo versus Choo beef. There is Woos that rep Crip. There is GDs that rep Choo. Not all GDs are Choo. Not all Crips are Woo. Let's get that clear. So when y'all see this outside of New York, and y'all outside of New York is who I'm talking to now, and y'all see this little squirrel, y'all see these videos, New York is not Crips versus GDs. It's just Woo versus Choo. They got their own personal stuff going on. Once again, y'all all grown. Y'all all make your own decisions. Y'all all do what y'all do. But at the end of the day, just remember, this is Brooklyn. We do it all for Brooklyn at the end of the day. It's a lot of money to be made in New York. Brooklyn specifically. Think about what I said. If y'all stop on this side, specifically, if y'all stop on this side, the beef disintegrates. Now everybody's making money. Now nobody looking at it funny. Oh, this person, Coach the Ghost got a song with this person. See what I'm saying? Fabio got a song with this person. Oh, Casamato got a song with this person. It's not looking funny, but now you think about how much views, think about how much money you will make, right? What? The first person that you gonna take a little slack? You gonna take a little slack like the West Coast Connection did back in the day? But what? You talking about views and money? I almost said a duo, but I'm not even gonna say the duo. Because I don't know how each person feel about each other. I'm not even gonna say the duo. But y'all know who I want to hear on the track? I don't even care if I take slack for this. It don't even matter. I want to see Coach the Ghost and Young Costamato on the track together. I want to see Coach the Ghost and Young Costamato on the track together, updated, new. I don't even care if one person in the studio, other person in a different studio. Y'all send the tracks over to each other. I might take slack for this one. It is what it is. Those are, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Right now, at this specific time, that may be my favorite rappers from over each side. Let's be for real. I like Costamato. Shout out to the big niggas. I like Costamato. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorites out there right now. Coach the Ghost making a good name right now. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, I need to see that. I'm just a Brooklyn Crip from a Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, cuz, put it in check. I'm up next. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man, and you are tuned into the one and only Dirt Gang TV. And if y'all rock with your boy, man, you could hit me up at the Cash App, man. $ Harlem Smiley, man. And don't be fooled by the fake Cash Apps out there that got my face on there or just got my body without the face. It's some weirdos out there, man. Make sure it says Harlem Smiley on there, man. Make sure it's the same thing, same faces on my Dirt Gang TV, man. Same description, everything. And the best thing y'all could do is, man, is just hit the notification bell, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. I need y'all to subscribe to this channel. Let's keep this content flowing. The more y'all subscribe, the more I'm going to feel enthused to keep dropping this content because y'all know I got a lot of stuff flowing right now, man. We in the studios heavy right now. We doing videos right now. I do have regular job outside this YouTube stuff on top of me having kids and just got to balance everyday life. It's a lot of stuff. So that's why I want y'all to hit the notification bell because I don't have any kind of distinctive time frame. Whenever I get time, I just bust off this heat. Simple. See what I'm saying? And then you know what it is, man. Hit the like button, man. It's the thumb. Turn it from white to blue. And if not one, put up two, man. It's Dirt Gang, man. We always rolling, man. And it's always 9th Street, man.